Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. McDonald. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's a screen play. This is Strong. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Browns hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now Austin. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's McDonald to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A gain of 8 there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing is McDonald. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. McDonald sets to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Strong grabs it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move. The slot man in motion right. They hand this off to Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun, McDonald. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. McDonald. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Run with a second-year man. That's Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the gun, it's McDonald. And throw right side complete to Parker. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On first down, McDonald finding Strong underneath. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson is going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to go up top again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 50, it's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. McDonald. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Jonnu Smith was a part of the Patriots' huge free agency push in 2021, but only 1 touchdown in his first season with the Patriots. With the way the franchise loves to use tight ends, I think that number is going to increase in year 2. Here, he picks up a first down with a nice catch.
A big play that time on the catch and run, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those deep.
Touchdown, Patriots! Jonnu Smith, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now stands at 13. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McDonald. He's got Smith here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On second down, a run with Strong.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Watson on first down. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Chubb on first down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he's got Njoku over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McDonald. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. McDonald.
This one swung outside to Strong. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They'll run out of the gun here with Strong.
And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, McDonald. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Browns are right back in this football game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They run again on 1st down. Chubb shreds him with a stiff arm. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Off the option to give to Strong. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. McDonald. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got it. Touchdown. Hunter Henry from 13 yards out. And the Pats look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Watson. Completes to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
The York on now for the extra point.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start the drive with Harris. Oh, there he goes left side. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, 75 yards. And the Patriots use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From way up at the 23, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for New England, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.